Good morning, guys. We are once again packed and ready to go. Hillary and I balled out on our hotel in Paris, so it will be a little bit fancier than this, but this was a really fantastic place to stay. We stayed at Hotel l'Elysée Val d'Europe, and it was fantastic. We had 2 queen-size beds. It was wonderful. We had plenty of space. There's plugs next to each of the beds, a little TV, a giant wardrobe with a mirror, standard bathroom with a shower, and the best part was we had a lot of natural light. And if you look very closely outside the window of our hotel, you can see the Tower of Terror. So between the proximity and the shuttle bus, it was pretty sweet. So we are going to head out in a minute. We're going to get on the RER train A, and we're going to go to Hotel La Tamise, which is right in the 1st arrondissement of Paris. And we're going to just like get there, drop off our stuff, and start walking around in Paris. I'm very excited for this last 2 days of our trip. This has just been a dream come true of a trip, so I'm very excited. Hillary literally looks like she expects to be hunted by paps.
I do.
Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
Guys, we're at the hotel. Our room isn't ready yet because they need to separate the beds so we can sleep in a room together like Patty and Selma. But the hotel's so fancy that the bathroom in the lobby has fresh towels. We're gonna hop outside and go and grab something to eat and do a day. Oh.
Pretty sweet.
Gorgeous.
My butt.
Anyway, we're going to hop out into the city and see what there is to see around here. I have my little day guide, so we'll take it from there. We stopped in at a little restaurant called Da Rosa, and it looks fantastic. And Hillary was saying it just feels like we're somewhere completely different. Everyone in here is beautiful looking. All of the women have blowouts. It's fantastic. Do you love it here, Hill? Pasta! Oh. Hello, guys. We just had the most delicious lunch, and now we are at the Concorde. Look behind us. You can see the obelisk. It's the Eiffel Tower. How lovely. Hold on, I'm going to read from my book. Place de Concorde. From the city's largest square, you get immediate Paris gratification. First, admire the view of the Eiffel Tower. Then position yourself to see down the Champs-Élysées to the Arc de Triomphe, a monument to Napoleon's conquest.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Napoleon though.
Behind you, right back here.
Wow. Can you show us where behind you is actually?
Behind you
Great.
are the Tuileries Gardens and the Louvre Museum. To your left, you'll see the Madeleine Church, a mirror image of the Assemblée Nationale across the Seine. We can't see that because of the construction, but don't worry about it.
But if you come back next week, it is the most spectacular view you ever did see.
Amid the fountains, tourists, and traffic stands the 3,300-year-old Luxor obelisk.
That is so old though.
A gift from Egypt in 1820.
What is that? Oh, it's got hieroglyphics on it though.
Yeah, placed on the spot where once stood the guillotine that executed thousands during the revolution. Wow. This lovely viewpoint is your own instant postcard. Welcome to Paris.
Bienvenue à Paris.
Now I'll read to you about the Jardin des Tuileries.
Well, everyone can see it, but the thing stuck in your teeth.
Guys, I had a lot of pesto and I'm really stuck right now. Jardin des Tuileries, placed in a Concorde, ends where the Louvre's stately sculpture-strewn gardens begin. On a space about the size of 2 football fields, hope you like to walk, chestnut trees shade winding paths. It's a beautiful place to walk, read, or admire sculptures by such greats as Rodin and Malone. Yay though! Oh, look at it.
Unfortunately, the garden is closed.
No, this is one.
This is so pretty.
Guys, I just got goosebumps looking at this. When I looked up for my book, I saw this.
Literal goosebumps. Me.
Stop! Wow. I love it. This is so glamorous. I can't. How cool is this? This is just heavenly. Look at the gardens. Oh.
If you follow me into the garden, I'll show you the most exquisite sights you've ever seen in your life. Starting, of course, with the first statue on your which unfortunately today is closed. They say the sun is not good for the colors. So if you look further to your right, we also have many that are also closed. However, you rarely see these kind of garbage bags in real life, like in the day-to-day. But you do see them here just today and probably tomorrow while you're still here. If you come back in a week, they may or may not be removed.
Okay, Hillary, tuck your hair. Guys, I was taking a photo of Hillary earlier and she had her hair tucked by her ears. She looks like, you look like Wayne from Wayne's World.
I feel like that's like the elegant way though.
No, it is, okay, no it is not. But it's also incredible. Party on, Wayne.
Party on, guys.
Oh my god, that makes me Garth. And I do kind of look like a Garth, hair-wise.
I cannot even deal with the fact that these are covered in garbage bags.
It's the latest installation from a very famous artist. It's called Not Today.
I'm just gonna capture this one more time because I'm going to want to remember it. See these buildings on either side, Hill? These are both behind you.
Yeah.
Both of those buildings are part of the Louvre. The Louvre's massive, so those are just like wings
Wait,
of it.
stay there because I want to take a photo of you vlogging.
Make sure I look thin in it though.
Yeah.
Guys, we're in the courtyard of the Louvre. Hillary's looking very concerned because she's concerned that it got scammed.
Someone tried to scam me.
Yeah, they tried to get us to sign a petition. Apparently that's a distraction before they go in for the
It is.
kill.
Guys, if you YouTube Scam City, you can watch any city in the world.
How beautiful. Guys, look how cool this is. You go over here and you're at the Louvre. Unfortunately, it is closed. We are crossing the Rue over onto the other side of the street where we can see the River Seine as we walk toward some eel that is supposed to be very noteworthy. Look guys, we found love locks. Cute. Oh, this one is a little Eiffel Tower. We will always have Paris. Cute.
How many do you think are divorced?
Good question. I often wonder the same things when I watch House Hunters. Guys, we stopped at this little booth and this charming older gentleman made me a delicious crepe. Yay! Next we're going to Ile de la Cité. One of the most Parisian things you can do is stroll along the Seine to the Ile de la Cité, the birthplace of Paris. Take a right, blah blah blah. We didn't go to the Musée d'Orsay, so we'll skip that part. It's about a 15-minute walk to this island, home to Notre Dame Cathedral. Cross onto the island at Pont Neuf, New Bridge, which despite its name is the oldest bridge in the city. Note the statue of Henri IV, who commissioned the pont in 1578. To your right will be a pretty pink boutique. That's going to be on this side. Actually, it's not going to be on this side of the bridge because we didn't cross them the other way. At the far end of the square, blah blah blah. Inactive court building, and so on, etc.
Okay, let's go.
Yay! There's the Eiffel Tower again. This is unreal. It's the king. I can already tell that as soon as we see like this opening, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gorgeous. Square de la Place Dauphine.
Oh, there's a car there.
To your right will be the pretty pink Place Dauphine. At the far end of the square is the west wing of the Palais de Justice, Paris's law courts. This is an active court building, so unfortunately tourists are not welcome unless you commit a crime.
Ooh, let's commit a crime.
But you can admire the majestic east facade, the main entrance behind gilded gates.
Jill, the ultimate tourist, literally Crocs, like big functional bag, guidebook.
You know what? He's learning today. It's me and my stupid book. Dude, otherwise he'd be like, wow, this place is so old though.
It is old. I was saying, like, everything here is old. Like, I'm into it though. It's weird that people actually live here. But I could see myself living here though. If any of you are interested.
Prosecuted in here?
Yeah, guys, I could totally go to jail here.
Well, this is where you get tried.
Whatever.
It's the first step of the rest of my life.
Yep. The Palais de Justice. Unbelievable. When you have a trial here, this is where you go. Can you even imagine? It's beautiful. And look at this whole area. Can you even believe it?
No.
We've just walked through the island, and now we are in front of Notre Dame Cathedral.
Yep.
The Cathedral de Notre Dame. Wind your way to the eastern tip of the island to see the familiar silhouette of one of the world's most iconic cathedrals. Founded in 1160, Notre Dame witnessed wars of religion and centuries of kings. Napoleon also crowned himself emperor here in 1804.
Cool.
Before losing its riches to plunderers during the Revolution. By the 19th century, it had fallen into disrepair and was scheduled for demolition until author Victor Hugo, who wrote The Hunchback of Notre Dame, led a successful campaign for its restoration. Very interesting.
Oh my god, I spotted the hunchback.
All of the detail on here is just insane.
I'd just like to point out the lack of women represented on this church.
That was awesome. They said no pictures. There were a lot of people taking pictures.
So many people taking like selfies.
Yeah, it's not right. So I didn't want to be disrespectful, but I'm sure if you Google image search Notre Dame, you can get the gist of what it looked like inside.
You can catch a couple selfies. Just like, oh my god. And then there were kids running around. It was like,
but it was beautiful, and there was such beautiful artwork,
yeah.
And especially this wonderful like statue, like storytelling of the life of Christ. It said like from childhood to suffering. It was unbelievable. It was a very special place. Relaxing in Saint Germain. Head right as you leave the cafe, which we didn't go to, and go up Rue Dante to join Boulevard Saint Germain. And after 5 minutes, the bustle of Saint Germain des Prés. That's where we just were. The area was
careful.
for artistic creativity in the 1920s, for Nazi resistance in the 1940s, and for student revolution in the 1960s. These days, you can get a great cup of coffee, drop a wad of money on high fashion clothes, or spend a night on the town. The best way to experience the neighborhood is to wander along the glittering tree-lined Boulevard Saint Germain, soaking up the atmosphere and stopping at the shops and bars that spark your fancy. The district is also the realm of Paris's historic literary cafes. Blah, blah, blah. At either spot, etc. People watching. Yay! Boulevard Saint Germain. Ooh, Sephora! We stopped in at Maison Georges Lanicot, and look at it. I'm just gonna show you some of the chocolate because it's unbelievable. And it's all done by weight. Oh, to die for. And then these little pastries. So what I did is got a little bit to go. Walking down Rue Saint Germain, and like there's a child up there, and I can't believe that children, let alone human beings, normal people, get to live in these apartments. Probably very wealthy people, but still, like, it's so picturesque. I can't. We stopped in at a little Plat d'Honneur, and look what Hillary got.
It's the orange one. It's so good. I had to. This was the thing I wanted from Paris, like a really beautiful perfume.
She wanted a fragrance, and she got one, and she got the real perfume, not an eau de toilette, because she wanted it to be very strong and lovely. Anyway, we're gonna keep going down Rue Saint Germain at a leisurely pace. It's lovely. Guys, we're walking down Rue du Bac to get back through the gardens to go to the hotel, but we stopped and looked at real estate listings just for kicks. You can officially get a one-bedroom apartment in Paris with a washer and dryer for less than it costs to be in Toronto.
That's sad.
And you get to be here. Well, I'm sure actually this isn't like right here, but still. So we finished up on the island, and now we're crossing the Pont Royal, constructed during the reign of Louis XIV, the Sun King. Wow, gorgeous. We're finally in the room, and I'm so glad now that we splurged. When you guys see the room, you're going to die. Here is the bathroom, walk-in shower, deep tub. Look at that sink. Ooh,
Scented
products. And then there's a little screen there that you can close for privacy, a little mirror.
Wow.
Separate commode. Sorry, Hill, there's no bidet. Her plans.
What?
And then get ready. Here's the room itself. So we got the beds, 2 little twin beds. Love it. We have a window. They put us on the 4th floor. Oh, Hillary, you're gonna die. This is just outside our window. So we have a tiny little balcony we can step up onto. And there's the Jardin des Tuileries. Unbelievable. Here's our television, our coffee maker. And I'm not a Mrs., but I'll take it. Wow. And in case you were wondering, this is Hotel La Tamise. And it's unbelievable. Good evening, guys. Excuse my tired eyeliner. It was a long day. A good day, but a long day. Hillary and I have been watching Masters of None on Netflix. I've already seen it, but I wanted to rewatch so Hillary could see it because I thought she would love it. And she does. And yeah, tomorrow we are going to get up. We are going to take a walk down the Champs-Elysees, see the Arc de Triomphe, do a little shopping, and just generally drink in as much of Paris as we can on our last full day abroad. The day after tomorrow, we get on a plane and come home. And while this has been the trip of a lifetime and I'm enjoying myself and I'm going to enjoy the shit out of tomorrow, I am ready to be in my own bed. I'm ready to see my dog. I'm ready to see special people, and one person in particular. So, yeah, that's it. I will bid you guys good night. Love you. Bye though. There's a Louis Vuitton store behind me and people are lined up deep just to get in and shop there.
People are desperate.
Yeah, also it smells like poo out here, so you can buy the greatest real estate for your store in the world and you can't control that.